This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? We have a brisk fall morning in the garden, and it's obviously time to put some of the garden to bed, but not all of it. We're going to start here in the vegetable garden. These are Mexican sunflowers. In some parts of the garden, I'm actually leaving them, but here I need this space to grow other things, so we're going to take this out and some tomato plants too. As I said, these Mexican sunflowers will come out, the tomatoes will come out. We don't want to leave some of this stuff in here because that could be a place for pests and diseases to overwinter. And this stuff's going into the compost pile because it didn't have any disease on it. Well, in cleaning things up, we found two different tomatoes here. This one has not started to change yet. It is pure green. That's going to be for fried green tomatoes. But this one's got a little bit of color on it, and anything I find like this is going to go into a bag with an apple. The apple produces ethylene gas, which will make this ripen, and hopefully we'll be eating a nice ripe tomato on Thanksgiving. That's a great thing to brag about because nobody else is going to have tomatoes from the garden. All right, let's keep working here, and everything's going to go into the compost pile. All right, there's the first load. This is going to turn into black gold, which is compost. You do have a compost pile, don't you? Well, all the things in these perennial beds are going to stay as they are. I learned from my radio partner and fellow Trib columnist Jessica Walliser that these are places that beneficial insects can overwinter, so we don't have to do a thing here. It doesn't look the greatest, but this is our habitat for the good bugs. Good bugs eat the bad bugs. One less job to do too. Now, we're not done planting yet. Even though we're at the end of the season, we've got perennials to put in, and we got them for a bargain. Nothing better than a bargain. Come on, bud. Well, you know how much I love to get a deal. That might even be more exciting than putting the plants in, but all these perennials were 75% off. My local nursery is Hahn Nursery. I always say the best nursery is the closest one to you, and I bet you your place is almost giving away perennials. Now, that doesn't look like a great plant, does it? But everything is underneath. That's why they're going so cheap. And we're just looking at this little tag to tell us what the flowers are going to look like. We've got lots of cool plants to talk about. Meet me out in the perennial garden. Perennials are plants that come back year after year. All we need them to do is get their roots established, and there's still time to do that, but they're going to need lots of compost because they have to live for years to come. While digging the planting hole, I stumbled onto this impatient. We had impatiens growing here last year. This one just sprouted up from seed, and it's going to go in the greenhouse and hopefully last another month. Compost will make these perennials happy. The first plant we're going to put in is called Ligularia. This one's called Big Leaf Goldenray. And everything that we plant from now on this season, we don't get instant gratification, just like those bulbs we put in a couple weeks ago, but we're going to be so happy next spring, next summer, to see this blooming because it is just wonderful, bright orange-yellow flowers and a shade lover. But we have more to plant. A couple weeks ago, we showed off the beautiful purple flowers of this toad lily. Well, I found two yellow ones called Golden Festival, and that yellow and purple together is going to be awesome. It doesn't look like much now, but next year, that thing in consort with the purple is going to be amazing. We've already put our compost in. I've got two plants, and I can't wait. Gives us something to look forward to. Oops. Well, this is what's left of a stargazer lily, and I'm telling you, the flowers, when they're blooming, are amazing. Not only are they beautiful, but they smell like heaven. And this is a perfect time to plant lilies. They do better when they're planted in the fall. I've got two more stargazers here. Again, I got them for a song, and I think it'll be a great combination to have some more of these stargazers here, and I think next year we are going to have a ton of these beautiful flowers. Well, here's some Mexican sunflowers that we're leaving. The birds will enjoy the seeds, and maybe some will drop and sprout and come up on their own, which will be great. Let's finish up. Well, be sure to check me out online for more photos, stories, videos, and columns. You can read about my homage to acorns. It's been the year of acorns. We were dodging them all day today. You'll be able to hear the daffodil song. And next week, we're going to continue the planting by putting in shrubs and trees. Don't stop gardening. This is the perfect time to plant. We'll see you next week. It's a composter. It's a cup holder. It's a place for gnomes to hide. Get me out of here!